Hassel here, co-host of the Nerdy Man Room Show. And we proudly present to you Man Room Shorts. Your discretion is advised.
More so the collecting side of it than necessarily the show or the comics or anything. But we wanted to talk some about the collecting, and this came up naturally in another conversation where we had a much better segue, and we were talking about the different prices in some of these versus how Takara or Hasbro is making them versus some of these third-party companies and how they're competing with each other. So that kind of led us to say, hey, let's do a whole show on this, and we're going to kick off here with it. But let me start it off by asking you first, Hassel. What do you actually collect? What's your style of Transformers that you do collect? Because I know we both are collectors of them, but
Yeah, I'm into the masterpieces right now. That's really all I'm getting anymore. I still have a great deal of the G1, and for some time I was collecting the Hasbro ones, but I've just in the last probably 10 years. I just and as great as some of those Hasbro ones still look. I mean, because some of those like the Studio Series, the '86 ones, they look great. But I've moved away from them. I want to get either masterpiece or third party at this point.
yeah, I'm the same way. I've switched all mine, as you can see back here, to Masterpiece. I was trying to go for the Hasbro ones, and I was like, you know what? As nice as they are, they're what they consider chug, which is there's a lot of hollowness to them. There's mostly just plastic, and while you can get by with them, the level of the Masterpiece, even though I didn't want to spend the money on them, it's just worth it to me, just from the aesthetics of them.
Yes.
And again, let me reference this for anybody who's watching too. These are just our opinions and stuff. They're all completely subjective. So if you don't agree or you do agree, you can feel free to share that with us in a comment. We would love to hear your take on them as well. But um, talking about collecting.
Well, don't get me wrong. It's not exactly. They don't make it very affordable for the average fan to just build a collection of masterpiece. I mean, because it's a rabbit hole. I mean, no matter what you collect, it is a rabbit hole because you start wanting to get every one or at least the high spots of what you viewed, as your favorites. So no matter how you collect it's very easy to I got to get them all.
Yeah, and to your point,
so they don't make it easy no matter what you collect.
No, to your point though, I started out that way. I was like, okay, somebody gave me the Hot Rod Masterpiece for Christmas one year, and I was like, I didn't realize they were this good. So then I was like, I'm gonna go get some of my favorites. I'll get an Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime. Then it became, I need all of this. I need all the season 1, 2, and 3 generation 1 Autobots because I only collect the Autobots. I don't buy the Decepticons, but I wanted all the season 1, 2, and 3 ones. And then it became, ooh, these Headmaster ones are pretty neat. Let me get the Headmaster and Junior Headmaster ones. And now it's morphed into, okay, all I've got left is Defensor, Broadside, and the Computron, which haven't been made yet. Then I was like, oh, these train ones just look so nice. I can't say no. Damn it. Now I'm in for 6 more.
And that's my thing. Like, the only Hasbro I've got slid in with my masterpiece and third parties is Devastator, just because Hasbro did do a great job on that one.
Yeah.
The combiner on that right there, for what he's priced at, he's a good value.
Yeah, and I have slid some in from Hasbro as well for mine because of the size, not only the price, but the scale of them matched up for that price. Like I've got the Omega Supreme that Hasbro did in my collection, for $150, or I could have went and got the third party Omega Supreme Masterpiece when it's like $400, and I got to buy 2 separate pieces just to get it.
That is the one drawback sometimes of the third parties or whatever, because they break them down, but they have to, and I get it. I mean,
yeah.
I think even Triplicon was like 2 or 3 pieces.
Yeah, and I ended up having Omega Supreme, and I'm looking Jetfire and Skylinks and the Arc. Actually, I take it back. Metroplex and Fort Max too. They're all Hasbro pieces that I just couldn't afford any other way. I mean, there's a Fort Max that's supposedly coming out from Fan Stores. This thing's going to be like 3 or 4 feet tall because the Headmaster piece for it alone is 9 to 10 inches.
Yeah,
it's going to be $700 to $1,000. I just can't do it.